Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. In the last episode, we had gone to the Clifflands, the Woodlands, and the Frostlands to take care of some of the quests there. There are still a few more in each of these towns that we need to take care of, but all of the generic NPCs and the three quest characters in each region we took care of. So today we're going to be taking on more of the side quests. We are going to be going through, hopefully, the Riverlands, the Sunlands, and the Highlands. I want to try and get 3 done, so that way we only have to do 2 in the next one, because I would like to try and squeeze everything in to these last few episodes. But if we might only get 2, depending on how long it takes, but I can't imagine it'll take too long. Anyway, so here we are in, what is this? Riverford, yes, that's what it's called. So there are a few quests for us to take care of. The first one is over here with this guy. Before we talk to him, let's steal from him, because, you know, we always want to steal.
Fair and well.
I'm a farmer by trade, but treasure hunting's my passion. My latest undertaking is a search for the lost loot of House Landar. The Landars were highborn folk of this town, and they were famed for hoarding treasure. Finding their hidden loot will be my ticket into the exclusive league of gentlemen discoverers. And so begins the tale of the hidden hoard. So, very simply, there are 2 methods of completion for this quest. I don't really remember which one does which, but I don't think either one really matters. The first option is we need to go to Atlasdom. We need to go to Atlasdom a lot. For these end game quests. It's actually quite interesting, because I feel like there's probably like a good 5 plus quests that have their have a solution method in Atlasdom. Oh wait a minute. I don't think we want to go to the Palace Gate. Wait, is it you?
Hello?
No. Okay, I think I accidentally went too far. Whoops. Because it's near the... Is it you?
Hello there.
No. Apothecary. We're in Apothecary. I forget. Is it you? Erstwhile Retainer, yes.
Here it is.
I once served in the household of a noble family. A small home for one feels terribly small and cramped in comparison. Well, first we can steal from him. But he has the House Landar records. So we can steal those from him, and then we can also scrutinize him. My master was generous enough to bequeath me an invaluable inheritance, memories of a loving family, a place within noble legacy, and a symbol of my service. I've hidden it for safekeeping and recorded it in the location of my journal. So we do in fact have the House Landar records, so that was enough to take care of that quest. So we can go back to Riverford. Hey, we figured out the House Landar records, yeah? We got them. This notebook belonged to Landar family. Ah, here. A secret hiding place. That must be where the treasure lies. So I was right all along. I tell near everyone I meet that I'll be a great treasure hunter. But most folk just laugh. Stop the idle dreamin' and live in the real world, they say. But being a treasure hunter is all about dreaming. It's in the nature of the trade. Mayhap it was just a childish fancy that I'd done better to forget when I grew to be a man. But I don't see how I could. Might as well tell a man to stop loving. Today's the day I leave farming behind and become the treasure hunter I was meant to be. And it's all thanks to you. We'll meet again, friend, out there on the winding roads. And he's gone. I probably should have scrutinized him first, but he probably wouldn't have told us anything interesting. Alright, so the alternative method to Hidden Hoard is... we need to speak to this guy. To be a house guard for highborns, you've got to earn a name for yourself as a man that can be trusted. Well, after I failed to protect my master, you can well imagine what my name was worth. And we need to inquire from this guy. Hopefully we don't fail. A former servant of a noble house, he failed to protect his master in his hour of need. He has since come to the realization that it would have been far better to have died with honor than to betray him and live, for the guilt which still weighs upon his soul is beyond measure, and we hear about the fall of House Landar. Alright, so we can go back to Riverford. Alright, sir, we have some bad news. We have some bad news about House Landar. Aha! So the last Lord of the Landars was denounced for corruption and slain by an arrow when he tried to flee. By then, the family had fallen into ruin and didn't even have the coin to pay their house guard. If that's how it all ended, then there's no hidden treasure left anywhere, I warrant. Well, better to know that now than to go on chasing on after something that don't exist. A good treasure hunter knows when to give up one chase and move to the next. Suppose I'll have to stick to the farming for a little while longer at least. And in the between times, I'll keep looking for the stories of other hidden hoards. Thanks be to you for bringing word. I'm most grateful. Very interesting ending, and also he straight up disappears. He probably just moved somewhere else in Riverford, but I don't know where he goes. We do have this guy over here. We'll take the refreshing jam, which is very good, and then we can scrutinize him as well, because there might be a hidden item he has. Or, it's a sheep, whoops. A woman in the employ of Sir Cervantes. She has served his family since he was no more than a child, and cannot help but think of him as a younger brother. His boundless recklessness is a constant source of worry. Alright, so let's talk to her.
Hello there.
I am a maidservant in the employ of Sir Cervantes. Unfortunately, his lordship has seen fit to leave home and go a-wandering in search of adventure. He spouted some nonsense about being chosen something or other, and then clanked off in the family armor. I do wish he had someone to accompany him and keep him safe. So this quest also has two methods of completion. Hold on, wait. Adventure? Wait, is this the quest that I was thinking about? A Wanderer's Life. Okay, apparently I missed that. Apparently I missed that in my notes. Okay, hold on, give me a sec. Okay, so apparently I did not do this incorrectly. I did not take notes incorrectly. Apparently, just on the wiki, this quest is listed under a different name. And then also apparently one of the completion methods for this is different to the completion method. You have to guide this random person that's completely like unrelated to the quests, I think. I think that's this guy.
Greetings.
Ever since I read a book about knights, I've jumped to becoming a noble knight's squire. Core, I love knights, don't you? Their fancy armor and jaunty plumes atop their heads. All I need to do now is find in one need of a squire. Okay, so we need to talk to this guy. And, well, not just talk to him, but we need to guide him. A young man who wants to do more than anything to help others, proud of how his father supports public figures from the shadows, he strives to live up to his example. Should he follow in his footsteps, no one will ever know how instrumental he is to the success of others. Alright, so we need to guide him. A high thrust, I do not like the way that's phrased. And then we need to travel to Orwell and go right near Dragonsong Fane. Alright, outside of here we have this guy. His name is Mysterious Knight. He has a rune hatchet, which we can steal. And then we can scrutinize him. A noble of Riverford, he has always believed himself to be a man whose fate was ordained by the heavens. He once claimed to have seen a vision of the sacred flame and began training as a cleric, and another time resolved to become a scholar after concluding that the noblest pursuit was that of knowledge. After some few days, however, he grew tired of both of these endeavors. Interesting. Alright, well, let's speak to him. Well, be with you, traveler. Do you have a business with Cervantes, the chosen knight?
Oh.
Crivens, you're just like one of them knights from my storybooks. Indeed, lad, quite right. Begging your pardon, Sir Knight, but could I be your squire? It's always been my dream to serve a gallant knight such as yourself, sir, and travel the world. Oh ho, this is a fine coincidence, for I, the chosen knight, am indeed traveling the world. Very well, you may accompany me as my squire. Truly? I have been growing tired of my solitary path of late. A journey shared is all the better for it. Thank you, sir. Now let us set about, my loyal squire. The legend of the chosen knight begins today. Yes, sir, your lordship. That was new. Yeah, apparently it's... Wanderer's Life, yeah, because... Wait. Oh, wait, this is... Oh, wait, duh, because I'm an idiot, because I was thinking I was on Therian's story, not... So it was like the Wandering Life, it's called the Adventuring Life in the wiki, and that's because it is, I'm just an idiot, and I was looking at Therian's quest, okay. But basically, you know, yeah... He has someone to keep him safe now, so yeah, that's good. Anyway, we have one more quest, and that is with Meryl. Alright, so the alternative method to the Adventuring Life quest is to, instead of bringing him a buddy, we need to basically make him want to go home. He accepts the challenge. Somehow he's only got 3 bars of strength in this, like, level 40-something area. So, like, basically we're gonna bonk him, like, twice, and then he'll die. Like, he will kill. Like, we've dealt, like, probably just under 800 damage, and he's already at red. So, poking him with a stick 3 times, boom, gone, dead. Fatally wounded. What was me? The chosen knight's adventure has been ended before it even truly commenced. I yield. Cut off my head, for that is your right. Do with it as you will. You won't take my head? Oh, well, that's, rather a relief, actually. Ah, but my grueling training, my fasting, my endless practicing, 'twas all for naught. I, the chosen knight, was unprepared for this quest. That much is clear now. And now only one path remains left to me. I shall go home. Yes, yes, 'tis definitely for the best, for this is a big and dangerous world. Forget me, dear stranger, for I'm gone with the wind and shall return nevermore. Yeah, that certainly teaches him a lesson. Anyway, that's the end of the Adventuring Life. He probably goes back to Riverford, so let's actually go check and see what he has to say. Yep, here he is, back home. Well, be it with you, my friend. The chosen knight has returned home. Why wander the earth, indeed, when so many souls need my services here in this town?
Thank you.
His lordship has returned home, safe and sound. I am most relieved. I believe he has had his fill of adventuring for the nonce. Heavens be praised. So, he learned his lesson. Thank you, Ulbrich. And Meryl is down here in Lower Riverford. And she doesn't have any more goodies.
Oh,
We meet again. The letter from my mother was carried by the river to my village.
oh.
I'm traveling along the river in search of a woman who claims to be my mother. But I have little inkling where she might be. Meryl, lost and found. Funny enough, if we talk to this woman up here, which actually let's steal from her. Herb of Feeling, Win Soulstone, and then let's scrutinize her, because I don't think she gives us any keen details. A kind-hearted and friendly resident of Riverford who wishes to help whenever she can. She worries for the woman next door and goes to visit her every day. We have this woman up here. She's sickly. Meryl, I'm so sorry. Yeah, basically, yeah, like, literally, she's, like, so close. But we have to guide Meryl, and bring her to the sickly woman up here. Meryl? Mother? Is that you? Come closer. My Meryl, 'tis you. You were a mere babe last I saw you. But I can never forget those beautiful eyes. Mother, I'm so sorry, my sweet baby. I heard about the war and what happened to our family. Ah, the war, what a dreadful thing it was. It destroyed us. The victors did not forgive us. They swore to kill us all. I took you to a distant village that you might be spared. I fled too and hid from the men who followed me. I wanted to see you again, but what right had I? I never forgot you, my love. I would look at the river, wondering if you were happy. Mother, I have been happy. My parents are good people. I'm blessed with many kind friends. Oh, Meryl, what a joy it is to hear you say that. Please, promise me. Be happy always. I will, Mother. I will. Mother? You have been most kind to me. Thanks to you and the gods, I was able to see my mother one more time before she died. Now, I am going home to my village. I promised my mother I would be happy, and that is what I shall be. And so ends the tale of Meryl Lost and Found. It's a very short quest, honestly. But basically, after you complete Meryl Lost and Found 3, she goes back to Clearbrook, so if you ever want to guide her for whatever reason, or steal from her, whatever. Unlike Kaya, you don't have to be concerned about that. And actually, that is all of the quests that we need to be worried about in the Riverlands. So now we get to go to Marceline. Alright, so here in Marceline, there are 3 quests for us to take care of. The first one is with this guy right here, Old Aristocrat. I've lived my whole life till now enjoying every pleasure to be had in this land. I have seen every beautiful work of art, listened to the best orchestras, tasted the finest meals, yet of late I find myself wearying of such things. Is there nothing left for me to discover in this world? There must be something that no one else has yet seen. I cannot be finished yet. In search of, what was the thing? In search of the unknown, that's what the thing's called. I believe this guy can disappear from the world if you complete the quest in a certain way, so you might want to... Dude, 80%! Let me take your stupid cat's eye! There we go, Jesus. But basically, I think this guy might disappear. I'm not positive, but we'll find out because I'm going to do the method that I think might cause him to disappear. We have his bodyguard right here, and I think he also disappears. Okay, thank you. At least Yuri. This guy's name's Yuri. Swordsman working as the good lord's bodyguard. The name's Yuri. And why are you bothering me? That's a hint, but that's not the method we're going to use. Master Swordsman who will fight courageously and without reservation to protect his master. He has no purpose nor desire but this. Alright, so we stole and got all that stuff from him. So now we can go to, I believe, to Grandport. Alright, so if we go up here to the provisioner store, there is the Passionate Peddler. Might I interest you in something, traveler? A book to keep you entertained on the road, perhaps? My book will lead you to the undiscovered treasures of the world. Basically, we can just yoink this tales from a faraway land from this guy, just right off him. Scrutinize him as well, maybe he'll give us a hidden item. Legends of swashbucklers and trailblazers inspired this merchant to become seller of adventure books. He recently came into possession of one which tells the tales of 8 travelers, each fascinating and compelling, and cannot seem to put it down. Haha! That's a reference to this game. Roll credits. Alright, sir, we got you a new storybook. But also, this actually, I don't think this makes this guy disappear. What's this? The logs of a great adventure, you say? Let me see. My, yes, very detailed. Look at this, would you? Those jutting peaks, and the natural wonders he describes in the native peoples. I can practically see them from these vibrant descriptions. But I would rather see them in reality. I would like to lay my own eyes upon such wondrous sights. I want to breathe deep of the air in this land he describes. I want to taste its foods and experience it with all 5 of my senses. There are still things in this world I have not seen. Ah, my heart is racing at the thought as it has not done so these past few years. You must let me have this book. I do thank you for bringing it to me. Oh, I suddenly feel 20 years younger. It's time to embark on a great journey unto an unknown land. Okay, so apparently he doesn't actually disappear. He said he's going to, but he doesn't disappear. I was just slightly afraid of that.
Greetings.
Amazing swordsman. If you believe the tales, he's even good enough to stand equal with those 2 twin blades of Hornburgs. Anyway, I can at least say for myself that I've never seen Yuri defeated in battle. That's also a hint. Alright, so for the in search of the unknown quest, this one, we had some hints that we need to fight this bodyguard, so hopefully we can beat him. He is very, very strong. I am a little concerned, but, you know, we can do it, I'm sure. Frankly, I don't know why you would ever, fight someone with, like, Honnet over Olberg. Like, I feel like it would be so much harder to use a Honnet for anything. Basically, my strategy here is to just poison him and hope we can outlast him. Because we do have some regenerative stuff. He does deal a pretty hefty chunk of damage, but because of the poison damage, he takes like over 2,000 per turn, which is 1/20th of his max health. So it's like, what, 40,000, I think? Okay! That's what that math adds up to, I think. But basically, our plan here is to just endure. That's my goal, is to just endure and make sure that we don't die, and just let the poison do the damage for itself. That's pretty much my goal. So this is going to be a very slow and atrocious fight, if I use that word correctly. But you know, war attrition is a thing, right? Anyway, I'm gonna just speed this up because you're gonna get bored of this really fast. There we go. Poison damage helps a lot. Because as long as you can last 20 turns, which usually you can very easily. Oh, what's this, Yuri? Never before have I seen you bested in battle. I'm sorry you had to see such a disgraceful performance, my lord. Not at all! Your skill with the sword is a gift from the gods. I saw nothing shameful in your part of the battle. Is that how you would describe the defeat, my lord? I would not choose such words myself. My boy, what is this new obstinacy in you? I've never known you to be so bothered over a thing. All the time we've been together, you have shown so little interest in any of the wonders we have seen, but this fire in you now... I apologize to offend you, my lord. My defeat is, in effect, your defeat. I am your man, after all, unless you should choose to release me now. It is a wonder you can even ever sit such unbending pride you have. I chose you to be my bodyguard because I have faith in your skill. You have saved my life a dozen times, and I entrust my life to you still. You were too generous with your praise, my lord. I am the one who was saved by you when you chose a nameless swordsman like myself to be your personal guard. I'm going to train harder than I ever have before to better protect my lord in every situation. Why, this is the first time I've heard such a declaration from you. I'm honored, sir, by your loyalty. I'm glad I had the chance to hear how my man truly feels about serving me. Thank you for providing him with such a worthy battle. And so ends the tale in search of the unknown. Can I scrutinize you for an item, maybe? No! This new recruit still unbloodied. He has every intention of following the footsteps of his superiors and becoming a career soldier. His earnest ambition sometimes leads him to try too hard and make mistakes as a result, but even so, the others regard him kindly. Gosh darn it, why do I always pick the wrong people to do the stinking scrutinize on, and I don't get hidden items? Because a lot of characters give hidden items, and there's no shame in using scrutinize before you, just going around town scrutinizing people. The only reason I don't do that is because I don't want to pick up a quest detail before we do the quests, because, like, I feel like, I don't know, it kind of spoils it, you know, whatever. But anyway, we have another quest right over here. We have this guy. I want to scrutinize him first, even though he doesn't give you anything. A prisoner with countless regrets, which he mutters softly to himself over and over again. Truly a wretched sight. Kevin. His name is just Kevin. Please, stranger, would you listen to a request from a prisoner who is shortly to be put to death? I once had a woman I loved, a woman called Lara. I suppose her name means nothing to you, but before I die, I need to know whatever happened to her. Please. And so begins the tale of a prisoner's pleas. We need to go back to Grandport. I probably should have picked up this quest so we didn't have to go back and forth so much, but you know what? It is what it is. Alright, so over here in the Grandport markets... Oh, there's a dog. Wolf. He's a good dog. Oh, and he has a necklace and a dirty ball of cloth. Okay, well, apparently we can steal from dogs, because we have absolutely no thing. no, shame, that's the word. A happy mutt with not a care in the world. He is a good dog, but to be fair, all dogs are good dogs, and a pox upon he who dares to say otherwise. I don't know, man. I think those guard dogs in some of those houses, they weren't quite so nice. Anyway, we have this woman here. I still find myself wondering where he is now, what he might be doing. Oh, I'm sorry, did you need something of me? So we have this woman, her name is Lara, interestingly, because that is what the guy Kevin said her name was. We can scrutinize her. Hopefully we don't fail. Please, don't fail. Okay, good. A woman known for her generosity and beauty, she lives with her family in Grandport, where her husband serves as commander of the garrison and enjoys bringing him and his men homemade sweets from time to time. One might say they are the very picture of the perfect husband and wife, and they learn Lara's new life. We also have this girl here. Do you know any Kevins? My mother is sometimes searching for someone by that name. That's another hint to kind of tip you off. But we can scrutinize this girl. When I was little, my mother talked in her sleep. I could hear her at night calling someone's name, over and over, louder and louder, until she screamed. It was scary. She doesn't do that anymore, but I don't know if that means she's gotten better. And basically, we need to just inquire, scrutinize Lara, and bring that information back to Kevin. You cannot guide her, at least, well, actually, you can guide Laura, but only until after you complete this quest, so there's no way of bringing her to Kevin to have them, like, reconcile or anything. Although, granted, that would be a little weird because, like, you know, she has a husband and a kid. So, like, that, I feel like that would kind of be more heart-wrenching than anything. You know? Like, I don't know. Like, that doesn't seem like a great idea to me. Anyway, Kevin, we figured out where Laura is. We know what she's up to nowadays, so hopefully you're happy with this. Huh? You found Lara? Please, you must tell me everything. Haha, so she did. Got married and even had a kid, huh? Of course she did. A woman like that gets snatched up in no time. She had no reason to hang around waiting for a fool who's thrown away everything. I was a weak man. Once I strayed off the path of what's right and good, I couldn't seem to find my way back to it. I was once a guardsman in a certain town, but I I had a problem with taking wagers I couldn't win, ended up in debt, and eventually right here. I was out of control. I even lost myself Lara, and when all she ever did was worry over me. No, I didn't lose her. I ran away and left her. And all I did from the day I left her was get deeper and deeper into trouble. Kevin, time to go. Yeah, I know. Don't ever become like me. Regret always comes too late. But, you know, I'm glad I at least got to find out about Laura. I'm glad I can meet my aunt knowing she's happy. Thank you. And he's gone. Kind of a sad ending, and also I find it kind of weird that, like, they put people to death here in Marceline. Like, I don't know, that doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like the kind of person that King Kaleem would be. I feel like he would kind of be more merciful, I guess? I don't know. I mean, granted, who knows what he's up to, or stuff, so maybe he might be more of a problem. Also, there are just 3 chests right here for free that we never even took. Oh, okay. Like, dang. Alright. Anyway, we have one more quest that we need to take care of here in Marceline. And that is right out here with Rhea. We can steal from her, because she has some more stuff, just Olive of Light and Herb of Light, so nothing super crazy good. Anyway.
Oh.
Oh, so we meet again. It's Rhea, don't you remember? You helped me recover my stolen letter in Wellspring. I must meet with a certain chieftain who is here visiting this town, but our meeting must remain a secret. I must do what I can to discover his usual habits, then corner him at a time when I know he's usually alone. Or that was my intention, but the situation is complicated. I mustn't reveal myself too soon. Do you think you could assist me? Could you try to find out his daily habits? I promise that once everything has come to a rightful conclusion, I will explain all. So please, while I know I'm asking too much of you, I must beg you, please help me. So begins the tale of Rhea born to roam 3. So the way we need to complete this quest is we need to go right back into the Marceline Palace, because of course we do. And I believe the guy we need to talk to is this guy, Chieftain. Phew, what a tiring few days. Perhaps another visit would help refresh my spirits. Can't you see I'm a busy man? Leave me in peace. So what we need to do, well, first of all, let's steal from him Herb of Clamor, and then I believe we need to inquire him. Yes, we need to scrutinize him. I was gonna cry if we had to fail that. A chieftain who deplores not being chosen as king of the Great Assembly, he rules his tribe with an iron fist, forcing his people to bend to his will. So he seems like not a great dude. Anyway, let's bring that back to Rhea. Alright, Rhea, we figured out the chieftain's schedule. Yes, I get it. Yes, just here you go. Oh crap! Did I hit? Oh, I thought I accidentally hit no by accident. So the chief frequents such a place? It seems we might still be in time to catch him there. Would you perhaps consider coming with me? Excuse me, sir. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with the Chief of Sunshade? Who are you to interrupt me when I am at my leisure, you... Your Highness? Please forgive me for not introducing myself sooner, sir. Yes, I am Gloria, daughter to King Kaleem. Though at present I am as a traveler and nothing more. You are a trouble to your guards, doubtless. Did you sneak off alone to undertake this journey, hoping to disguise your identity? So I did. It has been a good journey, and I have learned much while traveling the desert towns. I have learned, for example, of your scandalous behavior here. Scandalous? What proof do you have of any such thing? I have all the proof that I should need in this letter. I trust that it looks familiar to you. You audacious, overstepping chit of a girl! Hoi! Out of my way, you lowlife! Don't you know who I am? No, you are the one who should cease this shameless act, sir. Utilizing the pleasure quarter to launder money, bribing others to your own advantage, and using the people as though they were no more than slaves? This is too much to overlook, sir. I will be taking this evidence to my father. I hope you are prepared for what is to come.
When I was not chosen as king at the Great Assembly, it was such a shock and...
If that was the case, all that you should have done is wait for the next Great Assembly. The Great Assembly is not held in secret. All you had to do was come and plead your case before the assembled chiefs.
It is not as simple as you make it out to be. If it were so, I wouldn't have needed to resort to such things.
I have been traveling the desert to find proof of the chief's actions. But it was largely thanks to your assistance that I was able to succeed. I will never forget this journey, or you. Getting to know the kind of people like you has been the greatest joy I've discovered on my journey. I'm from New Jersey now. Thank you. And so ends the tale of Rhea Born to Roam Part 3, and that is actually all of the quests in the Sunlands, for right now at least. So finally, we can go to Everhold and take care of the quests in here, because we're actually only at about a half hour, so we are actually doing quite well as far as time is concerned. Anyway, there are 3 quests in the Highlands. The first one is down here. What ho! Give me a roll, any roll, and I shall deliver a perfect performance. My next turn is that of Silkrath. Yes, the legendary knight, no less. But to play the man, I must know the man. Every little detail helps. Yet, alas, he is mentioned only in a few ancient passages, and described in none. What to do? So begins the tale of performance art. So we'll steal from this guy first, because he has maybe some decent stuff. I don't actually know if that's any better or worse than the stuff that we currently have. A cheerful and enthusiastic young man capable of completely changing his personality when taking the stage. Be it hero or villain, dramatic or comedic, no role is beyond him, save that of a ghost. So this is actually very interesting, because we didn't really speak to anyone in Everhold, but everyone here is like an actor. So if you scrutinize people, we get actress's role, a mysterious woman endowed with incredible powers who has come to her world from a realm of magic. While she lives a quiet life with the shopkeeper in town, she strives to find a way to return to her home. So yeah, this is all basically like everyone here is an actor, except for like Noelle, I think, because she's somewhere. But anyway, the person we need to talk to, I believe, is we need to. Oh wait, this isn't the guy we need to steal from. There is northwest corner. Must be this guy back here, I think. Yeah, here we go.
Good day to you.
No. Oh yeah, while we're right here, before I forget about it, when you complete the first complete any character's chapter 4, you start to get travel banter, and basically it counts how many taverns you visit. You have to visit, I believe, 11 different taverns, and then you get a new travel banter. And every time you get a new travel banter, that counter resets, and it's based on the characters in your party, and it's 3 of the 6 parties. Tell me, Ulbrich, how do you keep your skills as sharp as you do? Well, each day I practice various sword strokes and do exercises to build my strength. I always work on the fundamentals, for these are the foundations upon which all fighters must build. A wise choice. What about you, Therian? Do you do any training? Nope, never was one for practice sake. For me, experience is the best teacher. I see. I have an idea. What say we train together? Didn't you hear just what I said? Man cannot achieve such remarkable agility just by sitting in the alehouse. So he must train, and yet he claims otherwise. The question is, why? Look, I think training together is a splendid idea. In fact, I think I'll join you. What's the expression? 2's company and 3's even better, something like that. Fine, but just this once, okay? It's a deal. Then let us go outside and begin. Basically, there's nothing to it, just extra little dialogue. It's nice that they actually threw that in, so that way you actually got character interaction after you completed all of the stories, but I don't know where the guy that we're supposed to be talking to is, because there's... there is a dude. Alright, so here in Grand Porch, I was, an idiot. I forgot to mark down,
Welcome.
northwest corner, hold on. Is it you? There we go. Basically, I forgot to mark that it was in Grandport. I literally marked everything except for the town it was in, but we need to speak to this creepy antiquarian. Ancient relics are full of stories, therein lies the wonder of them. Indeed, a sword has come to my hands that promises to tell the most astounding tales. So can we scrutinize you? Antiques dealer willing to pay surprisingly high prices for common goods. His only criterion for assessing the value of an item is its personal history. To wit, he will pay a king's ransom for junk if the seller's story is sufficiently compelling. I'm going to call him a creepy antiquarian, just a stupid one. And we have the Sword of Socrath, an ancient sword of a legendary knight. Perhaps now it holds some theatrical use. Alright, so we can bring this back to the guy. There are 2 completion methods for this quest, but this one is, I guess, I mean, frankly, both of them, I think you have to travel outside of Everhold, so, like, it's kind of, doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's give the sword to him. Yes, Socrath, we have his sword. What's this, then? The Sword of Socrath, you say? Swounds, but it is heavy. To wield such a weapon would take every ounce of my strength. And surely no would-be foe could survive even a single blow from this blade. I feel like I butchered that sentence. Yes, a clearer picture is coming to mind of the true stature of our hero. I am Socrath, none shall harm the king. Oh, beg your pardon? It is clear that in strength of arm and brawny might, Socrath was no common man. I too must buttress my sinews, so that I may swing this blade as he did. God's mercy, fair stranger, now I have become Socrath in body and soul. Yeah, dude, get swole. Get a bunch of money. Alright, so over here, in the Atlaston Palace Gate, for the quest in the, performance art quest, I've discovered another ancient ode recounting the exploits of a knight most sturdy. I'm still working on my delivery, but would you care to hear some of it? I don't know what I'm going to steal from him, because he doesn't give us anything useful at the moment. A young troubadour who's only just embarked on his journey to become famous. As his own poetry is still lacking, he spends his day wandering the realm and studying the works of the masters. Even when he is simply practicing singing another song, people flock to listen, for his voice is beyond compare. And he's handsome. Oh my gosh, how are you not married yet? And we learn the Song of Socrath. Anyway, let's bring that back to the guy in Everhold. Alright, sir. Ardent actor, we figured out a nice thing of details for Socrath. Oh ho! An ode that sings of Socrath's deeds? Yes, fascinating. In his time, the legendary knight Socrath had no peer, he stood above all. He fasted, he trained, he walked the 100 pilgrimages. That doesn't sound right. He grew stronger. His sinews grew tough as leather and his flesh like iron. Though blades cut his skin, he felt no wound. Oh, splendid stuff this, splendid. See here about this fasting? Proof of his dedication and commitment. He was a hero made, not born. I am Socrath. Throw down your blade or die. Ah, beg your pardon. 'Twas the secret to his strength, you see, the manly resolve that lay at his core. To play him, I must find the same resolve within me. Fasting. I shall begin there. I shall become Socrath, thanks be to you. Alright, performance art. Alright, awesome. It's basically 50-50 in terms of endings. Not really much better. Also, there's this girl here. And who are you? Well, no matter. Just don't try to upstage me. You'll only embarrass yourself. This girl is very creepy, and I will show you in just a second. Scrutinize. Child actor's role. A born actor known for his ability to play any and every role. No one seems to know this thespian's true identity. In fact, it is rumored that all who knew him before have died or mysteriously vanished. For various reasons, he has recently assumed the guise of a young girl. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that character at all. I've always wondered if... Oh, wait, it's... Where is... Oh, it's in the house. Oh, so we have to beat up this old man to get in. This guy has some pretty good stuff. We can't challenge him. We're not strong enough. So yeah, so we can't get that item. Okay. The butler and guardian of a young man who is groomed to become an assassin. Not only has he served his young master faithfully since the day of his birth, he has also assisted him with the latest escapade. Little does the youth know that his birth parents were the ones who charged the butler with his duties. Okay, duly noted. There is another hidden treasure in this house. Get a rare stone. But anyway, since we got kind of sidetracked a little bit there, we have two more quests, I should say. We have this guy right here, who's the impresario of this thing. The head of a theater troupe who demands his actors abide by a single guiding principle, that they seek humanity at the heart of the play, no matter how fantastical or farcical. However, the passion and intensity that inhabits every aspect of his productions can be so overpowering that it drives members of the audience to flee in terror. Alright, so let's speak to him.
Oh, woe is me! What is to become of me? They'll hang me from the rafters. The highlight of my show is a grand fighting spectacle. The rabble always goes mad for it. But my star fencer has run off, the gods know for what reason, and without him as well. If the rabble don't get their bloody climax, there will be hell to pay, but who else could probably take the role?
So here becomes the tale of star of the stage. Now, interestingly, because his fencer ran off, you might think that there might be someone out there to guide, but to my knowledge, there is not. The way to complete this quest is to challenge him or provoke him with Honnet or Ulbrich, and actually, depending on who fights, you actually get a slightly different ending, but it's basically the same ending. It's just mostly like a little bit of different flavor text, but so I don't think it's worth showing off. All right, I want to make him an apothecary, so that way I can just poison him. Yeah, we're good. I just want to make sure I can poison him because frankly that'll make this fight go a little bit faster because he is kind of strong. So we don't want to be too afraid of him. So what we'll do is we'll just do poison. There we go. So as long as we can last like 20 turns with that upgoing, it'll be fine. He has like, actually, I think he has over 100,000 HP. Goodness. Or wait, no, it's 1/20th. So no, it wouldn't be 100,000. It would be like 20,000 HP. Aha! Whoops.
Out of my way.
Alright, do your worst, old man. Thrash. Oh, that's so horrifying. But we'll just poison him again. Perhaps he's weak to lances? No. Unfortunate. Attack, we're fine. He's a lot of damage. Unfortunately, we do get the break on him. We'll break him. And then, frankly, because of the poison damage, we should be doing plenty of things. And this should pretty much kill him, I would imagine. Maybe not. Okay, so now he's unpoisoned. Let's re-poison him.
A touch of venom.
Make sure he doesn't get harmed. Alright, we'll heal ourselves really fast. Alright, we'll be fine. We will be fine, though. Verily, verily we will be fine. We'll just hit him with a sword. This should come soon enough, right? The poison damage should take him eventually. Yeah. Yes. Please.
The battle is truly
My good sir. Oh my goodness, this guy is just a lot of HP,
Victory
goodness.
shall be mine. A touch of venom.
He should be almost dead though. So maybe this poison damage will take him. Please? There we go.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
By the rood, that was a fair knock. But hang me if you aren't a fighter of the highest class. You put fire in my veins. What magnificent movements you make in battle. I must have you in my show. I beg of you, mighty warrior, fight once more, but this time upon the stage. You wield a splendid sword, my friend. But even we duel to the end of days, you shall never best me. Speak, wandering swordsman, what is your name? Oh, it's, Ulbrich. If it's a fight you want, then you shall have it. My, blade's grown dusty, rusty, of late. Was that alright? My good man, you swing a blade as convincingly as any I have seen. But that diction, that wretched monotone? Forgive me, but the stage is no place for you. Still, it's been years since I enjoyed a proper duel. Splendid fun that was. So thank you, sir.
And so ends the tale of the start of the stage. Unfortunately, it doesn't really end well, but you know, yeah. Alright, you know, I decided I'm going to try to use Haunted. I don't even know what beasts I have. Probably, like, nothing good. Yeah, basically nothing good. Alright, whatever. I will make it work. I hope. But basically, in order to... I just wanted to show off the other ending, because it is kind of relevant enough to show the difference between Han and Ulbrich. I'm afraid. Monster and man to take on all comers, I think it said.
Let us begin.
I hate this.
Come
I hate using Haunted so much. Like, look at that. That's like nothing. Am I really going to have to go out to grab some more monsters? I'm probably going to have to.
Come and holding back nothing.
There we go, goodness.
The hunt and
Using Haunted is for challenging. It's just, it feels like I'm pulling teeth.
By the rood, that was a fair knock. But hang me if you aren't a fighter of the highest class. You put fire in my veins. What magnificent movements you make in battle. I must have you in my show. I beg of you, mighty warrior, fight once more, but this time upon the stage. What are you? No matter, have at ye. You may test the metal of my blade, but it shall not yield.
My name is Hanit, envoy of doom from the world of beasts. I shall turn you into monster food. It's a monster! Run for your lives! Ah! Ah! Yes, quite. Rather too much, to state it plain. Power is good, intensity also good. Deranged hyperbole, not so much. Oh well, my search goes on. But take heart, you have talent, I warrant, if you can find the right role. Gods of mercy! Okay, honestly, that was totally worth it. I didn't really want to do that at first because, like, I didn't want to fight with Honit, but frankly, that was actually completely worth it. 100%. Oh, that was actually really funny. Anyway, the last quest that we need to take care of here in the Highlands is Noelle.
Oh, hello.
Oh, well, Nat, it has been a while. You remember me, yes? I'm Noelle, the historian trying to learn what I can of King Beowulf of yore. I discovered the remains of a stronghold built by King Beowulf. But this precious ruin, this historical treasure trove, has been turned into a theater. Dismaying as that is, I shall soldier on. Valuable relics may yet be found amongst the rubble. So begins a tale of Noelle, seeker of knowledge. So we can steal from her. She got a little bit of extra stuff, like the usual, but nothing crazy good, so you're not really missing out on much. But basically, we go down over here. We speak to this guy. What's that? You're looking for things from back when this was a fort? Well, now that you mention it, if there is a pile of rubbish left over from the last time we rebuilt the theater, but nothing useful, I don't think. So we can steal from this guy. He has a time-worn tapestry full of historical value, and thankfully we get that 55%. I don't know why I can get, like, the 55% on the first try, but I have to, like, do 3 times the 80%. So, like, I don't know what this game has against me in 80%. Stage carpenter. A stage carpenter at a theater. In an attempt to make the venue look as true to life as possible, he uses the most authentic materials available when creating his sets. Alright, so now that we have the time-worn tapestry, we can bring that right over to Noelle. Very easy quest completion. I feel like every single one of the chapter 3s is, like, super easy.
Oh, hello.
Alright, Noelle, we figured it out. A tapestry! Very old, that much is clear. These swirling designs? Why yes, this is writing. Could it be High Hornburgian? No, not quite. Some of this grammar is most unusual. Much of the text is impenetrable to me. Ah, this bit I understand. Let's see. Bestowed upon King Beowulf by the Kingdom of Farion. Why, a present from Farion? This must have been granted Beowulf himself when Hornburg was first founded. Truly, this is a most momentous discovery. King Beowulf, the founder of King Hornburg, actually existed, not King Hornburg. I completely messed up that sentence. I can scarce imagine what secrets I will uncover, if only I can decipher the script. Surely this tapestry can vindicate all of my theories. My mission in life is to find and record true history for the benefit of future generations. And thanks to you, I am that much closer to fulfilling my destiny. Now, I have much work ahead of me. Best get to it. And so ends the tale of Noelle's Seeker of Knowledge, and that was actually all 3 towns. Surprisingly, we're only at 50 minutes. Granted, I still have to record the parallel universe. The parallel universe endings, but yeah, it's great. Yeah, all of the quests in, I think that's straight up the only quest in all of them in Everhold. I don't think there's any, like, secondary characters in Everhold, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, maybe consider subscribing, or leave a comment, whatever feels good for you. And with that, I will see you guys in the next episode, where we continue on with the quests, and we take care of the quests in the coastlands, and finally, the flatlands. See you guys then.